Hey guys, welcome to my live broadcast, my special event today. I am so excited to interview our top earner in our company. So I'm just going to quickly introduce myself. I am Kelly, and I live in Castlegar, British Columbia. And I started in this business just a short while ago, and I've had some great results. And I was privileged to go to England and actually meet my mentors. And Danny, who I'm interviewing today, is one of my mentors. And he has a very exciting story, I find, and he is very humble. Exactly how you see him on here is exactly how he is in real life, a very humble human being. And so Danny went from 50K in debt to being the top earner. And he has some great tips, and he's going to teach us a lot of great things today. So I would definitely be sure that you shut off all your distractions, grab a notebook, and take some incredible notes, because what you're about to hear could change so much for you and for your family and your future. So, Danny, please welcome. Welcome to my interview.
Hey Kelly, thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited for yourself and obviously everyone who's watching this right now.
Yes. And I am so excited for you. If you could share just a little bit of your background story on where it all began for you, um, leading you up to the point of where you became the top earner.
Okay, well, it's a long story, but let me just cut it short as much as I can. So let's go back to the year of 2013. Okay, 2013 is where my life really started, and I had two choices: either go to university and spend $50,000 in a degree, or get myself a job and just figure things out. And I had to listen to my heart right away. I said to myself, I don't want to study and spend so much money and basically just go into debt because I see all these people, all these students going to in debt, and I didn't want to be one of those people, right? So I said to myself, let me take a big risk because my family and my best friends, they absolutely hated me for not going to university, and basically that's when things just turned. And basically I said to myself, okay, let me just get a job and let me just work my way up and see what happens. I have no idea, Kelly, what was going to happen, for my life because coming from a Asian background, you have to become a doctor, engineer, lawyer, you have to have a degree, and I'm the only one in my family, I think, that doesn't have a degree, okay, which is crazy. So my life started basically around end of 2013. I got myself a job here in London. It was a night shift job. It was a warehouse job, basically working night shifts in dusty, dark nights. I just used to work in this factory, a bit of computer work here and there, paperwork, and it was just, it got to a point where, I was just working, earning, and I said to myself, okay, I've quit university, I didn't go to university. Is this what life's about now? Just this to the end, just working here forever? Because I have no qualifications, right? I have basic qualifications, whatever it is, and I have no idea what's going to happen next. So it came to a point where I got so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I didn't like my job. I didn't like the people I was working with. My pain started to increase as each and every single month just started passing by because once time goes, by the way, time goes forever. And once, as time was passing, I said to myself, I have to do something. I have to make a change because my family was struggling financially as well. So there are some sort of problems going on. My mother and father, they had the issues as well. So what happened was, Kelly, my pain was increasing as time was passing. So this is what I did. My break times were around 1 or 2 in the morning. So what I did was I basically said to myself, I need to figure out a way to become successful. I need to find a way out. How can I get out of this job? So as Jim Rohn says, if you search, you will always find. And that really touched me. I didn't know who Jim Rohn was until I started searching. So I pulled out my phone, typed in Google how to become successful, and 10 things come up. You can do real estate, you can do stocks, you can do, investing here and there. And last thing said, make money online working from home. That number 10 really touched me a lot. So I copied and pasted number 10 into Google. You guess what happened? I got exposed to all the gurus. I bought all the ebooks, all the courses, all the network marketing companies. I joined 10 different companies, and I was the guru's best customer because I was just buying everything. And it got to a point, Kelly, where this was going on for about a year, and my parents, family, friends, they're saying, "You're crazy, doing this scam stuff, online marketing stuff is just all crap. Be real, get a real job, go back to university." It got to a point where I spent almost $40,000 to $50,000 in all these programs. I was taking out credit cards, loans. I did whatever it took because I said to myself that people are doing this. All right. So it got to a point where, I was not succeeding because my mind wasn't right. And then it got to a point where 2014, mid 2014, towards the end of 2014, I started to basically attend seminars. And I was about to give up in this industry, Kelly, in 2014, towards the end. I was going to quit and said, I can't do this because I'm so much in debt. I've tried so much, I'm fed up. I'm sure, some of you guys watching this right now, I'm sure, you've probably been there or you're there right now. I'm telling you right now, don't give up. It's a journey of keep going forward and keep growing. And that's what I did. And this company I was part of, they used to have Monday night motivational calls. And one guy from the same area as myself, he came on this audio and started sharing how he's having success. And he was doing 100 grand a month. And that really inspired me. And I was just about to quit. But as soon as I saw someone in the same city as me doing this, because I thought this is an American thing, right? Because we get paid in dollars. So I had no clue, right? Because we get paid in pounds in the UK. So it's like American thing. So I met him in person, one-on-one. And he said to me, "Danny, if you want to be successful, then you need to attend my 3-day live event. Okay? And it's going to be $5,000 for you to attend." But I'm maxed out on credit cards. I got loans here. I'm literally maxed the hell out that you can even think of. Okay, I can't ask anybody. I still found a way. To get $5,000. I wired him the next morning. I sat in that room. That was the best decision of my life. It changed my life completely. I started learning more about how marketing works. Now I put myself into a position and a situation where I don't know who these people are. So I stepped into the unknown. Then I discovered the world of personal development. Then I started meeting people in person and just growing, taking action, taking imperfect action. Then it came to a point in 2015, towards end of 2015, I had my first $2,000 a month, right? So $2,000 a day it was. And that was more income I made in 2 months in my job in 1 day. So what do you think that did to my belief level, Kelly, right? It went to the roof. So I said to myself, I'm now making a couple of grand a month. Now I'm going to take a leap of faith. This is where most people can't do this. I understand that if you're watching this. But I said to myself, if I really want to become successful, I can't have a plan B. Okay? I have to make my plan A work now. And I was clearing my debts as well. I was still in debt of $20,000 and I quit my job. And I was making a couple of grand a month. I said to myself, if I'm giving 10 hours a day to my boss, if I quit that job and put 10 hours a day into my goals and dreams, I'm going to get to where I want to be much more quicker. Because I believe in myself, I'm taking a leap of faith. And I'm listening to my heart, right? That's exactly what I did. And then I was just working hard. Then my income just started to go up. My confidence, my personal development, which I focus on the most, by the way, guys, your personal development's key. I just started working, reading books, audio tapes, and taking action. Gradually towards when 2016 hit, it was like one of the best years of my life because it came to a point where I started to travel a little bit. My mind started to expand. Then I was experiencing real freedom. Imagine what it's like, experiencing the real freedom, traveling anywhere. I said, wow, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I want to get to the levels where I want to be. So 2016 summer, Kelly, I had my first $10,000 a month. And I was in my job a couple of years back in that time. And I said 10 grand a month would be my biggest dream. How are people doing it? And I did it. So that was a big accomplishment for me. And then since then, Kelly, I have not looked back. 2017, I did 6 figures. And already this year, I've done 6 figures. So, over $250,000 to $300K right now online. It's just growing fast now to the, $1 million now. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm debt-free, financially free. I travel the world whenever I travel, helping a lot of people. My family's lives have changed, seeing me as well. So there I am. That's my story.
That is absolutely awesome because you covered one of my first questions. But if you can kind of touch on it a little bit more, it's at what point in your life did you feel that there was something better than just a job?
So, like I said, when I was in my job, when I discovered the world of personal development, I said to myself, I'm feeling very depressed here. I'm not feeling happy here, right? So, my pain was increasing a lot. Okay, my pain was going high, and it was a thought that came to my mind that night. Okay, like whilst I was in my job, in my early 20s, I was like, that was a time where it really came to me. And since I picked up my first book, Kelly, it really changed my mind and thinking right away. And once the mind changes its thinking, it can no longer go back to its original thinking. It's just changed. It just changes. It changes, right? So literally, I don't know if it's God, but I got blessed very early on, very quickly. I had a lot of pain very early, quickly, and as soon as I had my job, like 6 months in, 3 to 6 months in, I just knew right away that I can't do this right away. I have to do something else. So it hit me right away early on, very quickly. And I'm so glad it happened then. So, I've learned early on. I'm still young, learning. I have a lot to learn. I don't have like any ego or anything. I am learning every single day. I'm still investing myself and traveling and everything. So it came really early on, Kelly, where I had to make that change. I didn't wait 10, 20, 30 years because the guy that I used to work with, he was in his 60s and he was earning the same income as me whilst I was 19, 20. So I said to myself, I might as well just quit now. I don't want to be that guy, right? So it happened right away, Kelly, right away.
That is awesome. I can identify with that. I've worked with many that when you first start at a job, it's almost the same income. So, my next question: at what point, when you were doing your business, did you decide to block people from your life to really focus on your success? This is a
Okay.
two-part question. So that would be the first part. And the second part to that, Dhani, is how did you feel after you block them and maintain your focus?
Okay, that's a very good question. Very good question. So basically, when I was in my job, I was trying to run this business, and I did the worst thing, right? The biggest mistake I made was this. I ran to my family's house, to my mom and dad and brother. I said, "Hey guys, I found a way. I found a way to make millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars." Okay, I got so excited that I saw all these people making so much money online, right? And I was just sharing them everything, right? This, that, and they said, "Son, scam, scam, scam. What are you doing? Get real. Like, you want to slap, right?" Because if you show your family 6 figures in a month or something, right, it'll freak them out. It'll just freak them out, right? So it got to a point where when I started attending seminars, Kelly, I started to surround myself with the right people, like-minded people who read the same books as me, they got the same thinking as me. And what happened? What started to happen was there was a pattern being built. I started to, make friends with people who are just like me, and that for me was priceless. Because I thought, am I the only one in this world doing this? I never knew that there's events out there that you can actually meet like-minded people. So once went to events, and then I came back home to my family's house, I see my family, they're complaining, this usual life, and my vibration frequency was very different. I'm like, hang on a minute, I've just met millionaires, six-figure earners, and come home to see a complaining environment and very low energy environment. Then I went back to my job, said the same night after the event or something, or the day after. Now I'm hanging out with people who are complaining, whining, and I've just come and met millionaires. So what happened was this. I had a big block. Okay, when I was failing in my first 1 to 2 years, I was struggling because I was so scared of what people gonna say, talk about me, what they think of me. That was my biggest block, and it got to a point where around a year into my business, I just said to myself, I have to literally get rid of everybody now. My best friends I have to get rid of. This is very hard. I know it's very hard to hear for some of you guys, but I had to get rid of some people who I really, really loved a lot. Okay, because they always held me down. They said, "What are you doing? No, this stuff is not real." And that hurt me because I really wanted to do this. So I had to get rid of a lot of people. My mother and father, I had to keep a distance from them and I had to love them from a distance. And it came to a point where I had to put a lock in my room. I took away the TV, put a desk there, started focusing. And I said, I'm going to get rid of all things, people, situations, drama, dysfunction out of my life and reality. That's exactly what I did, right? And as soon as I started doing that, Kelly, I started making money. Okay? Because you have to change yourself first. Don't try to change other people. You got to change yourself first, and others will change around you. And when I went to my job, I used to grow so much. I used to read books and audio tapes, and then I started walking differently. I started acting differently. I started to do my work differently. And my manager saw a different Dhani Joshi. He started to get a little bit nervous around me because he felt the growth. And I started distancing myself from my colleagues, and I used to have my breaks other side of the room, which takes 5 minutes to walk, because that's how big the place was. They're like, "What's happened to Danny? Why is he sitting in the corner alone now?" Because when they used to just spy on me, all they saw was a laptop and a book in my breaks. I used to study, and that basically putting myself into that mindset frame eliminated everything. And that's what I said to myself: I have to focus now. Nothing can stop me, and I don't give a damn about what other people think of me, because I know who I am myself, and I love myself. That's when I started to love myself more and more and more. And it got to a point where I was just taking massive action, and I didn't care about what people thought of me, because I knew how I think and feel about myself. And that moment, I started making sales in my business like crazy. So that was that.
I can certainly identify with the mental blocks. You have to get rid of even those that you love, but in order to move forward, you have to block them out. So my next question is, how did you overcome when people told you it was a scam or this wouldn't work?
So that was so hard for me, Kelly. Literally, it almost made me cry, because I remember my dad said to me once, "Son, what are you doing this all online stuff? You know, what is this stuff? Just be real, get a job." And I used to just cry so much, because I used to go to events. I'm like, I can't give up. All right, your friends and family sadly are the first ones to talk you out of your goals and dreams. All right, so the best thing that I did to basically firstly, you want to prove to yourself that you can do this. Don't prove other people like wrong. Prove to yourself that you can do this. And I said to myself, I want to do whatever it takes to get results. Okay, I want to do everything I can to get results. And as soon as I start getting results, that's when, you know, people just shut up, right? They're like, "Wow, he's actually doing it." And when it got to a point where I made more income in one day than my family does in a month, you know, I remember showing my father, look at this. He's like, "Son, wow, you're making more than me in a month, in a day," right? Stuff like that. So like, I didn't need to show him that, but the thing is, like, when I started to basically do more things outside the house and away from the bad energy environment, then automatically my family and people around me knew that I'm growing, I'm doing big things, and this is where they start to respect me more. They start to respect me more, and they're like, "Wow, just do what you're doing." And then they'll ask me like, "How did you do this? How are you doing this now?" First they were like, "You can't do this. It's this and that." But now when I'm actually doing it, it's like, "Wow, our son is actually doing it. He's living it. He's traveling. He's doing it. Wow." Right. So that's like, I know most people know it's very hard for people, but when you get to a point in your business, it's the best feeling in the world. You do feel a lot of relief inside of your mind. You know, everything just goes out the window, and you know, people will change as you change and take action. You know, just do whatever it takes to get results, and people will respect you, and they just fade away. They won't say anything to you. It's just your own control. So that's exactly what to do. You know, just get results. You got to get results and surround yourself with the right people, and eventually your mind, body, and soul and spirit is gonna push you towards the direction where you want to go, and it'll take you away from the environment that's not healthy for your mind and body and soul. Right? So that's exactly what to do, Kelly. I have to keep feeding my mind. I understand that, you know, the world is gonna put you down. Your friends and family, they're not gonna support you. Your colleagues, even my boss, right? He said the same thing. You know, what are you doing with your laptop? Wasting your time. You know, all these things. So you got to ignore it. You do what it takes to get results. Surround yourself with good people and feed your mind, and you get there. So that's exactly what to do to overcome that.
Excellent. And that kind of comes in with the next question, because you are getting great results and you've blocked those people and you continue to get great results, but you have to do that because that's for your personal. It's the same for me who's getting results. You have to just focus on yourself, your mindset. And you know, and now that you get great results, you shared about how your dad and some of the people that you had to leave behind, um, how did they treat you differently? Like if you were that you ran into your boss, including other people that you've blocked, how do you find that they treat you differently now compared to then? And how does it affect even your focus in your life?
That's a very good question again. So now the reality now is very different to what it was many years ago. Like when I was doing my business in my starting days, like, like I said, there was, doubts, you can't do this, son, you're this and that, basically just putting me down because I didn't, I didn't basically take action on my guidelines that was given by my family, right? So I actually said to myself, I want to actually do my own thing. So it was so tough for me, Kelly. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, you're watching this right now. It's a tough situation to be in. And I was in a lot of pressure, okay? I was so much pressure. And this is what I say to many people watching this. If your pain is high and your sense of urgency is very high, then you're gonna make this happen because your pain and sense of urgency is high. And it came to a point where I just invested so much into this business, I could not quit and give up. I spent so much money. I got to make it happen now, right? So then it was so hard to focus. I couldn't even do the right things. I had to basically, I had to skip a lot of special like days, like weddings, special family days, just to work on my business because I had to make it work. I just could. I felt very embarrassed working for someone else at that point already. So, no, those struggling days were the hardest. Now it's more easier because obviously I've got the results now, right? So now it's like I've got to continue to do what I'm doing. They are now zipped, quiet. They can't even approach me properly anymore. They don't know what to say to me anymore. Like, God bless them. I love them so much, my family. But the thing is, I've just outgrown them all so much where they just don't know they can't control me anymore. They don't know what to say to me anymore. They know that I'm doing really well. They know I'm just living my dream and everything. They know I'm like doing what I need to do. But now it's a lot of respect. It's like short conversations, straight to the point. There's no complaining, whining, whatever it is. It's just they feel a little bit hesitant, but it's because I've achieved so much and I've actually got the freedom and I'm not stuck in a job. Like, God bless everyone who's in a job. I don't put you down. We've all been there, but I was the only one. I'm the youngest in my family, and I'm the one that's free in my family. And those people in my family, they're all working all day long, and there's me, the young guy, right, just being free, doing what I want. That's very rare to have in a family, and I'm super thankful to God, obviously for having that. And now it's like they don't know what to say and do anymore. And it's just me, like I've got my wings open and I'm just keep flying and flying and flying. And I'm in control of my life now. I don't have anyone to tell me what to do, come here, say this and that. I don't have any of that because I've just grown into the type of person who I need to be to get the results. And now, it's just I'm the pilot of my own life right now, Kelly. Right? I can control what I want to do, and no one can stop me anymore. And now you're going to get a lot of respect when you get results. It's just normal. You're going to get a lot of respect, and people are going to look up to you a lot. Your family would even want to do business with you after seeing your results. I always get that, but I don't advise anyone to do business with their families. It's just not my thing. But that's how the changes will come, and you're going to see a big difference in shift in your family, your cousins, your colleagues, whatever it is. I mean, the job that I used to work in, Kelly, 8 months ago, I found out that everyone got redundant. They all lost their jobs. And imagine if I didn't take action and read books, I would have gone deep down in debt and down with them if I didn't take action. And I remember I used to say to them all, hey guys, I'm acting like I've lost my job today. They're like, what are you doing? What are you saying that for? How dare you? I said, guys, I'm working my mindset. I'm reading books. I know that this job ain't safe. And that job went. Okay. A couple of years afterwards, and look where I am. And sadly, look where they are, right? Probably looking for more jobs, applying for more jobs. There's no retirement income, nothing. And I've not had no communication with them for the last couple of years now. So it's just, it's just faded. That reality's faded away with the same people. It's all gone. But my family's reaction now, it's like they are very happy for me and they don't know what to do or say to me anymore. It's like it's just me and my goals and dreams, and it's all on me now. I have full control to get to where I want to be. So I hope that answers your question. But that's what's happened in the last few years now. So yeah,
it does it, and I really like how you put that you're the pilot of your own little airplane, really, right? For you to be able to make those decisions, and you can, because you've worked for it. That's one of the biggest things, is that you've worked for it. It's not something that fell in your lap. It's not something that just kind of happened. I mean, you seriously worked for it. So if you could just walk us through what your daily method of operation to stay on track is, and like what a typical day would be and how it differs from the very first day.
Okay, obviously the reality now has changed a lot. I don't work like 10-hour days or 5-hour days in my business. It's just maybe 2 hours a day because of my belief system and what I'm attracting every single day. But my typical day, it would be like I'll get up in the morning, I will do personal development in the morning. That's the first thing I'll do. I will not check my phone, I will not check notifications. This thing actually is a very big distraction to your life, even though it can make you very successful. But the first thing is you want to feed your mind with positivity. I actually use the lifesavers. Saver stands for you have to have silence in the morning. Get up, let your mind process, and you want to have that silence, right? Because silence gives you a lot of energy and clarity as well. So that's S. Okay. A stands for affirmations. I'm telling you right now, guys, if you start doing affirmations in the mornings, it will change your life completely if you're consistent. Why? Because 90% of your thoughts are negative, and it's going to make you feel down, because feelings comes first, and then from the feelings is your thoughts. All right. So you got to constantly be saying to yourself, I am successful. I am worthy of success. Money flows to me effortlessly. Basically, I'm financially free. These are the words you want to be saying to yourself before it happens, and then it happens, right? And you want to be that person right now before it actually happens. So affirmations, start saying to yourself the I ams, list them out, record yourself on the phone. That's what I do. I listen to my own voice because it's more powerful that way. V, visualize your future reality, right? So I'll close my eyes. I would visualize the exact life that I want, what I would do in the mornings, my mansion, my whatever it is, everything that I want for my life, right? I'll visualize. Even though I'm living it now, it's obviously my actual dream is actually to live in Malibu, for example, right? So I visualize that every single morning. How I get up, what I do, all those things. It's very powerful. It will really, really put you into a high energy state. So that's S A V. Sorry, and E is the most important thing. You exercise, right? You got to exercise. You have to keep your body healthy, walk around, get your energy pumping, and you have to take care of your health, because health is wealth. By the way, if you don't take care of your health, making money online network marketing stuff, it's gonna be a waste, because your health is more important. So you have to have that health there first to get your energy right first, and then when you do your business, you'll feel really, really good. And R stands for reading. I would read every single day consistently, 30 to 60 minutes. When I first started out, Kelly, because my pain was so high, I started to read 2 books a week. That's what I used to do, 2 books a week. I said to myself, if I read quicker, I will learn quicker, and I'll get to where I want to be quicker. I've read actually 180 books in the last 3 years, and I want to keep reading. All right. So the last one is S. That's scribing. So start writing down, guys. Start journaling, right? Write down what's happening in your world, what you want to achieve, why you're doing what you're doing. If your income goal is to make 10, 20, 30 grand a month, what can I do for you? What can I get you? How would I make you feel? You want to go very deep. So start writing your goals down and things. That's what I do in the mornings. Now, after that, I've eaten everything. I've done all my stuff, put myself into a higher energy state. I feel good now. Then I'll jump into my normal business activities. So as you guys know, it's the most important thing in business is to build your email list. I'll make sure I'm building my list every single day. I will email my list every single day, some sort of content, motivation, some sort of value, whatever it is. I'll do that automation stuff first, which is actually passive marketing. Once that's done, Kelly, I will jump into my active marketing, which is my Facebook, social media. I will just build my audience, provide some valuable content to the market, whatever it is, motivation, problem solving. And then I will just respond to a few messages, and I reach out to some people, just connect with people. That's where my conversions happen, because I actually connect with people on a deeper level. And that's where, sometimes I wake up to sales in the morning, because, I'm always taking action consistently every single day. All right. So that's what I'll do for my business. And then I'll get some fresh air, go out for lunch, go and spend some time in nature, and then come back, check my stats, what's happening. And then I might touch base on some of the things I need to do. And that's what I do. I just work smarter, and I do the highest leverage activities, and I focus on my 80-20. What are the 20% activities that are bringing 80% of my results? Not the other way around, where people are consuming 80%, they're overwhelmed, confused, they're checking what people are doing, and they're doing little to no action. And that's why most people fail, because they're consuming all day long. And I'm not a consumer, Kelly. I take action. I close the laptop, I'm out there in nature, living life. I want to live life, So that's what I would do every single day. And then throughout the days, throughout the evening, just meditation, more exercise or something, or just basically keep reading because I love to read and keep feeding my mind. And then I might just, just touch base with people here and there. But that's what I do. I don't work all day. That's a couple of hours. But as you said, Kelly, in my beginning days, my first $10,000 a month I had to make. Once you have your first $10,000 a month, once you've done it, now it becomes easy because who you become as a person, you've grown into the type of person who can make that kind of money. And now once you can do it once, then you can do it again and again and again. Right? That's how it works. So I used to work 10-hour days, like I said, because when I quit my job, I said to myself, I want to put in 10-hour days. So I just used to I don't like the word hustle. A lot of people talk about hustle. I mean, I like to work smarter and quality work. But I used to hustle, just used to just basically take massive action, 10-hour days. Then from there, eventually, my mindset and belief just started to I got so into it where it just started to happen, right? Because I put in more time. And the more time you put in the beginning, the better. Because, if you have your first, couple of $100 a day or whatever it is, or like yourself, Kelly, you've had many $3,000 days, from there, it'll just build. It just builds from there because, you've got results now. Or if you don't have results, don't worry. In the beginning, what I did was I used to leverage other people's results first to get my own results. So it doesn't matter about results, guys. If you're watching this, you got to leverage other people's results, leverage your community. And so my daily action plan in the beginning, Kelly, it was way more longer and a lot of pressure because I had to make it happen. Now it's like I'm not comfortable. I'm just working smarter now. I don't need to work hard. Now I can focus on other projects that I'm working on right now. And this business I'm in right now, yes, I'm very grateful to be the #1 income earner for the last 4 or 5 months now. And I'm only putting in 2-hour days right now. That's it. Because of my belief system. I believe that people can sign up with me every single morning. I believe I want to wake up the sign-ups. I believe people are watching my value something, and I believe that someone's going to reach out to me, and it always happens. It's your belief system that you have to work on, guys, if you're watching this. My belief is very strong and very high, and I'm very confident that I can make sales effortlessly because of my belief system. And the work that you do last month pays off this month. The work you do this month is going to pay off next month. This consistency is key, and trust in the process, guys, with what you have written down. So write down your plan, focus on what you've written down, and that's what's going to make you get focused and clear. Everything else is just a distraction to your business and life. So that's what I do in a typical day. Otherwise, I'm traveling the world. I can choose to travel for 1 month. I mean, in a few weeks, I might be going to California for 1 month because I can choose to do that. I want to take the entire tour around California. And then my business is going to run on autopilot. And basically, I want to create systems around my business, whatever it is, like I already have right now, and let the business run whilst I'm living life, So that's how I do things. So I hope that's answered your question. So that's exactly what I do on a day-to-day basis. Lastly, keep things very simple. And that's what I do. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. This business is so simple. Is whenever we join, it's just so much information out there, but keep it simple. Focus on 1 or 2 things. That's it.
Very simple. That's the best way to do it, is just keep it simple, because we as humans have a tendency to overcomplicate things. And it's not complicated. It really isn't. And yes, that was a fantastic answer. So this one, Dhani, is my favorite. Who is your biggest inspiration at this part of your journey, and why?
Really good question. Okay, now the funny thing is, the people who I discovered in my, the first time I started, still are my biggest right now. It's funny how that works, right? So
Nice.
I got to give it to Jim Rohn. That man changed my life. I love that man so much. If you ask me who I would spend $100,000 with, it would have been with him only. Otherwise, no one else. So he inspires me. Even today, I listen to him, and he is he's everything to me, right? And another person who really inspires me, yes, there's Jim Rohn, and yes, there's many people out there like Grant Cardone. These people, they really, really inspire me, and I really look up to these people, and I learn a lot from them. But the person that will always inspire me is myself. It's always myself. Being better than who I was yesterday and seeing myself grow. It brings teardrops to my eyes, how much I've grown in the last few years, and I'm doing what I'm doing. And I look at the way I perform, I look at my performance. I'm like, wow, I'm growing, I'm getting better. And that person, that Danny I see, he inspires me so much to keep helping people, keep doing better, and just keep doing what you're doing. So that's my answer to that question.
Wow. And that's fantastic. I was Jim Rohn. Yes, he is one of my all-time favorites. I have to agree with you on that. I had the pleasure of meeting him before he passed. And I like how you really shared one of the biggest inspirations is yourself. We would need to be inspired by ourselves to be better every day, right? Because success isn't behind us, it's in front of us. And it's what we build on day by day by day to reach that success. And number one, the importance is within ourselves to really work on our mindset and the distractions. I loved when you shared that, because as much as that can make us money, it can distract us from building a future. And so for me, this interview has really, I have learned even more things. I have to go back and watch it so I can take some notes, because I couldn't write and interview at the same time. But I want to really, really thank you for your time today, Dhani. I really appreciate everything that you've done and what you continue to do every day by putting out motivation for everyone that's out there, new ones. And the greatest thing that I've learned is that pain happens at any age.
Yeah.
You don't have to be young or old. A soul has no age. And whenever you reach that point within that pain for you to move forward, that's when it gets you. So it doesn't matter what age you are. It's just going to hit you at that time of your life. And that's when it's time to change. And don't lose that feeling, that excitement of when you found something new that you want to move forward and make changes then. Don't hold back from that feeling. So is there anything else that you want to add?
So I'll give the viewers some last few very important tips. So like I said, simplicity is key to your success. Keep things simple and don't overcomplicate things, because you want to focus on just one opportunity, one or two mentors that you like, and focus on one strategy that's going to help you generate leads. Don't focus on 10 different things. Another thing is your business is built on imperfect action. There's no perfect time, perfect place, perfect thing. You got to get going and start swimming, start walking whilst you're falling. And, you have to adjust along the way as, you grow and figure things out. So these are the most important things. And lastly, don't care about what other people think of you. That's the biggest block I see in a lot of people. They're so scared about what others think of them, right? As you step into your power, as your pain increases, you should step into your power and not care about what people think of you. So, you want to basically be aware of what's happening around your environment and what's happening around your mind. And you want to be the eagle that's looking down upon yourself. And you should ask yourself, am I doing the right things? Would I be happy with myself? And based on what you've done today, would you hire yourself? Would you fire yourself? You have to always ask yourself these questions, because each and every single day you're going to be consistent in your business and you're going to be consistent in your self-development. And you can't jump into an income plan and a business plan if you don't have a self-development plan first. Because the more you grow, the more your income will grow. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's how it works. So you got to be that person right now. So if your goal is to make a specific income or whatever you want to get to, like, you need to act it, be it right now, and then it will start to happen. Don't wait until you make a certain amount of money. Then you're going to start taking actions, whatever it is. But it happens before that. So get outside your comfort zone. Success is outside of comfort zone. And lastly, face your fears, because fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Fear doesn't exist. Only you decide to put it there in front of you. Otherwise, there's no such thing as fear. And the other side of your fears is where your freedom, the sunsets, are waiting for you. So become the best version of yourself. And that's when basically there's no limits.
Thank you very much, Dhani. And I appreciate all the great tips that you gave us, and for sharing your story and taking time out of your busy evening to share that with all of us. So definitely, guys, click on the link in the description. You're ready to get started. Let's get ready to change your life. It starts with you. It starts with self-discipline and mindset. And this is it's wonderful. It's wonderful when you reach that point. So thank you very much for your time, Dhani. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Thank you.